Hello again, Pattern Realm. Jimmy here, your authorized and deputized adversity educator. Today I want to talk to you about the strenuous pattern. I'm going to whet your appetite. There's a series that I was working on this summer from July 1st to the 22nd of September. And it chronicled some of the events and ideas going on in my mind and life, with maybe some rare exceptions, between February of 1999 to August of 2003. Now, I want to talk to you about the 4 hard lessons I learned while walking that strenuous pattern during the hard times of those times. Number 1, marriage is a 2-person commitment. I wanted my marriage to work. I wanted my marriage to last. And I share my part of the responsibility for the breakup. I used to take total responsibility, but in the process from November 2021 to September 2023, Heavenly Father kind of hit me up, as my friend Karen used to say, hit me over the head with a 2x4 and said, Jimmy, cut it out. You're not the villain. You're not the villain. You loved her. You were good to her. Said, look, you're not the villain. You're only responsible for your part. You know, you're not responsible for her or anything like that. And so I've been able to, part of it is just crying out to God and asking God to cleanse me of some of the rest of that guilt and really finally forgive myself. Number 2, and this one was a tough lesson. If the friends you have now can't let you be your authentic self, you don't need those friends. But Jimmy, wait, that sounds kind of harsh. Was it? I had at least 1 or 2 friends from the time that my marriage split up to well after the divorce was final tell me, no, Jimmy, don't be this way. You've got to go fight for her. You got to get her back. You got to bring her back. To those friends, I want you to say, shut up. It's painful, yeah. It's hard letting her go, but you know what? It's time for me to move on. At that point, it was getting to the point where I was like, okay, it's time for me to branch out. I'm not saying ditch all your friends, but it goes along the line with what I said in the audio podcast about putting the losers in your life to the dust. And I know that sounds mean, but in some ways you can't keep wagging on to people who hold you back, that keep you from being your authentic self. Number 3, Christ can heal all wounds. It took me beginning in June of 2000 to begin my full conversion. I've said this yesterday. I'll say it again today. In June of 2000, I was on a fast-track course direction to self-destruction. In my vehicle, the train wreck of budding alcoholism. And I had a counselor who had the fortitude to say, hey, whoa, Jimmy, if you're that miserable, you need to do something. And so I began studying. I began searching for what I believed was the truth. And it took some hammer taps for me to finally arrive at some conclusions. It took me losing my volunteer job with legal aid. It took a second cancer scare. I repeat again, a second cancer scare to open my eyes. That's another thing. 4, if your friends can't help you, let you evolve into the patterns of success that God set, then it's time to get a new set of friends. I couldn't see that. It's easy to just want to go along with the herd, the degenerate culture that keeps sliding into Armageddon. But it takes a pattern man and woman to be strenuous, stand up and say, no more. We are not going that direction. We are not going that direction. Forget it. Don't even think about it. So with that, I hope you enjoy watching the Empower Your Pattern. If you like what you see, please subscribe, become a part of Pattern Realm. This is Jimi Hendrix here saying, listen to me on this one. Do not just sit there and take it. I want you to go out there and build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others won't so you can have what others can't. And this next part goes into the core of everything I believe in who I am. Choose, act, and pursue happiness. God bless you. And remember this, from the bottom of my heart, Jimmy loves you. I really love you. God bless you and have a blessed day.